Alright, so Stephanie asks, how do you handcuff a one-armed man? Well, you hand him a big pile of books, and then you say, up top. Because with the... What's going on, everybody? I don't know what that was. So once again, I went on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat and asked you to ask me a question for this week's video, and oh my goodness, there were so many replies, like too many. Some I unfortunately can't answer because I'm legally not allowed to. Some I wish I could answer, but just won't have the time, and others I'm just straight up ignoring, and you'll never know which one's which. Some of these questions really made me look deep and really think about myself, and others they worry me about humanity's future and what lives our kids are gonna lead. So let's dive right in. So I have to address these questions because I've addressed these questions in the tabloids, on talk shows, on radio news programs, okay? Over and over again. Why aren't you dating Taylor Swift, and how long have you and Taylor Swift not been a thing, okay? We have always been a thing. We will forever be a thing, okay? We are in love, okay? And have you listened to her new album? It's called Lover, okay? So, need I say more? Okay, moving on. Alright, this person says, why? Why should you never shower with a Pokemon? Now, I don't know if this is like the beginning of a joke, or if this is like an ethics question, like, should you shower with Pokemon? I don't know the answer to that. Consult a therapist, maybe. But if you have to ask, it's probably you shouldn't be doing it. So, all right, Matt asks, explain the physics behind a black hole using a donut hole as an example. And while on the subject of a donut hole, explain why we call a donut hole, and we don't call a pile of dirt by a hole a earth hole. I'll answer that first question. Well, it has mainly to do with, Emma asks, is the sun actually yellow? Is the sky blue? Neither of those things are true. The government wants you to believe those things. Jen asks, what's your favorite way to kill a chicken? Well, my favorite way is to launch it out of a t-shirt cannon into an IHOP window. Virginia from West Virginia asks, does an Audi belly button have lint? I don't know, and I'm scared to find out. Alyssa asks, why are lizards? Because of the government. Pibbles asks, if Thor and Captain Marvel went to battle, would Black Panther still be cooler? 100% yes. Alright, so Colby from the Lake of Fire asks, is Peter Parker Spider-Man? Alright, so Stacy asked, I've always wondered if Albert Einstein had been born in our era, would he still be considered a world-renowned genius, ranking up there with smart Steves such as Jobs and Hawking, or just some regular dude who can hack computers and help you with your calculus homework? Well, I think that if Albert Einstein had been born in our era, we probably would have microwaves that stop beeping after the first like 2 or 3 times that you don't grab the food out of the microwave. Like at that point, the microwave just has to kind of think, like maybe they fell asleep, maybe they don't want to get up, maybe, you know, they don't want the food anymore. Like, just take a hint, microwave, okay? I'm on the couch, I don't want to get up. Right, so Sarah from Saskatchewan asks, candle wax, where does it even go? Is Madame Tussaud behind this conspiracy? Fun fact, Madame Tussaud actually was a shooter on the grassy knoll. Alright, Hannah from Harrisburg, Connecticut asks, thoughts on fish? I think they're pretty arrogant. Shanley asks, do you think mathematics are a human invention or a universal truth we are learning? Well, I know for a fact that my 4th grade teacher actually invented mathematics to ruin my life. Nicole asks, who is the real MVP, Batman or Alfred? Batman all day long forever. Bethany asked, what would happen if Pinocchio said, my nose is going to grow now? I do think that we would probably get sucked into a black hole, but unrelated to the Pinocchio thing. I think we're probably going to get sucked into a black hole. Speaking of black holes, Brad asks, why do we park on driveways? I don't know. I will call my senator. Brad also asks, can we be best friends forever? The answer is yes. Paige from Paraguay asks, Have you ever kidnapped a kid for a YouTube video? No. Matt asks, what is your go-to line to pick up the ladies? That would be, hey girl, if you're looking for someone who is financially unstable and emotionally distant, I'm your guy. Kevin asks, is the earth really round? How do we know we haven't been lied to and it is really flat? Kevin, I actually do believe that the earth is flat, otherwise wouldn't my car just always be rolling downhill? Jimbo asks, before I ask Jimbo's question, I just want to give a quick shout out to Jimbo on his birthday. Oh my goodness, man! Happy birthday. I hope your day has been great. In fact, go to his page and wish him a happy birthday for me, alright? Jimbo, you're the best. Jimbo asks, hey man, I'm so glad we're friends. I'm glad we're friends too, Jimbo. So Lola asks, if smoothies are made with fruit and tomato is a fruit, is ketchup a smoothie? Lola, I have reported that comment and I will see you in court. Alright, so Stacy asks, how did SpongeBob SquarePants' pineapple not rot under the sea? That's a great question, Stacy. Well, SpongeBob is a cartoon, so. Twyla asks, how much do 2 tickets to Israel cost? I'm not totally sure, but if we call it a missions trip, we could probably get someone else to pay for it. Lindsay asks, how do you add stuff to videos? I don't know, buddy, I'll tell you later. Beverly asks, is it ever a good thing for the mother to be a matchmaker, hypothetically speaking? The answer to that question is yes, but only if the mother is as shallow as the son is. Otherwise, no. Emma asks, how does one make a mocha latte? That would be with ramen and espresso sauce. Lindsay asks, Uncle Maddie's the funniest? Not a question, also false. Lucas asks, is it true that your life motto is, I don't always roll a joint, but when I do, it's my ankle? Yes, that is true, as opposed to my sister's life motto, which is, I always roll joints. Brandon asks, duck-billed platypus, explain. Well, I believe that the platypus hired the duck to do some shingling, and then at the end, the duck-billed platypus. Hey, Nathan, do you often count? Okay, so Ethan from Itasca, Wisconsin asks, the life of a sentient computer program falling in love with a bright sconce. Is sconce a word? Candle holder? What? Beth asks, what's the right way to prepare ramen? Well, what I like to do is set my oven to 560 degrees. I then place the ramen in there, still in its packaging, for about 3.5 hours. And then I wake up in an ambulance and I look out the windows of the door and I see that my apartment is on fire. And it's not great, but the ramen tastes so good. Okay, and then I had a series of troubling questions that I just really quick want to talk about, just to kind of figure out what on God's green earth is happening. Is cereal soup or something else? Is cereal soup why or why not? No, Siri, go away. I did not. Where do you?
Okay, I found this on the web for a cereal soup why or why not.
Okay.
Check it out.
Can you not? I'm making a YouTube video right now. Siri, I'm making a YouTube video right now. Can you please leave me alone?
Okay.
Women. Okay, back to the thing that I was doing now. When you pour milk on cereal, does it become soup or broth? Is water wet? Is cereal soup? And it truly terrifies me that 5 different people ask the same question. I don't think you guys are friends, but if you are, you should probably stop being friends. The thoughts you're having are dangerous, and I'm pretty sure it was referenced in Revelation a couple times. So we may all die thanks to that. So is cereal soup? I don't know. I'm worried about the future of humanity. So.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
No, I am doing a YouTube video. Why do you think is cereal soup me saying Siri? I'm not saying Siri, I'm saying it's cereal soup.
I don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the web for it. No, I am doing a YouTube video. Why do you think is cereal soup missing Siri?
Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should probably do that. It's very important to how I view myself as a man and as a human. So please affirm me. Okay, alright. See you guys.